Yeah, I didn't put together an EDC pouch, but instead I did the sling bag. You wanna check it out? Look at this thing. It's so dope. You like that, huh? Yeah. Today, I'm showing you guys what I plan to carry for the month of April. There's a bunch of new gear in this loadout, and I'm excited to show you all of that. But this video is brought to you by House of Blades. More on that later. And if you're interested in seeing more EDC loadouts, then go ahead, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell icon now. I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible and not waste too much of your time, but let's go ahead and start off with a wrist check. And this is the brand new RZE Fortitude. It's got this crazy dial that matches up with the channel colors along with an awesome bezel. And what makes this one super special is it does have a date feature and it's a GMT. Now this is a prototype, so it doesn't have on-the-fly quick adjust, but on the production models it will. It's just a really good looking automatic watch, and if you guys are interested in grabbing one of these, of course I'll be leaving links in the description below with anything that is shown in this video. All right, next up is going to be my sling bag of choice for this month, and it's the limited edition Glow Rhino Paladin 33 collab sling bag. Now for this month, I'm not planning on building out or carrying an EDC pouch. Everything that I need is going to be inside the sling bag itself. I really dig this thing just because of the overall aesthetic. It has that really nice gray exterior with black accents, and it has some padding on the backside, but you guys will see here in just a second. Let's go ahead and get right into the sling bag, starting off with the front pocket. First thing is going to be my ZIRCONIUM JRW Curator. This is literally my grail when it comes to pocket art, and it's got the tough guy in there along with the Zirc pyramids. This curator is then stored in a black leather GSD slip, and it's topped off with a tactile turn zirconium bead. This is just a really nice setup, and for those of you guys that know what the curator is, you know that these things are not cheap and they're hard to come by, so protecting it inside a leather slip is my go-to. All right, moving forward is going to be this guy, the brand new Big Idea Design Lookout. I guess this is considered a more pocketable fixed blade, and the reason being is because of the overall size, but what I absolutely adore about this thing is the overall aesthetic and sleekness. On top of that, it's very ergonomically friendly and it feels pretty robust with M390 blade steel and titanium scales. For those of you guys that are looking to carry a fixed blade in a smaller form, then this might be your answer. And of course, if you guys use code everydayMinimalist on checkout with any Big Idea Design product, that will get you 10% off. Big Idea didn't pay me to say any of this. This is just a really cool small fixed blade, and a lot of you guys have been asking for my recommendation. This is probably the go-to. And then the last thing in the front pocket is going to be my iPhone 15 Pro. Of course, this is rocking the Pitaka Aramid fiber case. Nothing super special about this, but yeah, it just fits in that front pocket and is easily accessible. Before we move further in this kit, let's give a quick word for today's sponsor. This video is brought to you by House of Blades, a close channel partner of Everyday Minimalist. They're a dealer located in Fort Worth, Texas, and have one of the coolest shops that I've ever had the privilege to visit. But let me tell you why you should get your next knife or any EDC item at House of Blades. First off, they stock some of the most popular brands that you may have heard of, like Benchmade, Spyderco, ZT, Kershaw, We Knives, Chris Reeve Knives, and Koenig, and a bunch of others. The second thing is they're actually hooking us all up with a really cool discount, so if you use code EDM on checkout, that will get you 10% off your entire order. I'll leave an affiliate link in the description below. That doesn't cost you anything extra. Just click on that link and then just go browse. The third thing is, if you want to really personalize whatever products you get from House of Blades, you can. Just shoot them an email or give them a call and send over your files to them, and they can actually laser engrave whatever you want onto pretty much any product that they offer. Trust me, I've been to that laser engraving room and those lasers are absolutely insane. I absolutely love and trust House of Blades, and without them, I wouldn't be able to do what I do here on YouTube, so thank you for that. And of course, thank you to all of you guys watching this ad, but let's get back to the video. All right, moving forward into the bigger pocket is going to be my Hank, and of course, this is the Everyday Minimalist Renegade EDC Topographic Collab Hank, and I pretty much include this in every single video. I just really like carrying a Hank on me in case I have to wipe a screen or my sunglasses. It just comes in handy. All right, next up, I have my notepad, and this is a German brand notepad. I'll try to leave a link in the description below, but I love to carry a full-size notepad because I have a lot of ideas throughout the day, and if an idea comes up, I can literally just write it down. A lot of people use mobile apps, but in my opinion, writing it down in a physical notepad is a lot easier for me to keep track of, especially at the end of the day. All right, next up is going to be the zipper pouch where I store my wallet or card holder. This is just a really simple Gucci wallet. I mean, you guys can roast me if you want. I just really like the overall design and thinness of this thing, and putting it inside the sling bag just prevents this from falling out of my pockets. So that's everything in the center compartment. Moving on to the back compartment where all of my gear is going to live, and this is a really cool thing about this sling bag. It does have a huge loop panel on the back, so what I decided to do is grab my snap Snack Time Sling Data Crew accessory tray and literally attached it to the backside of the sling bag. This keeps everything easily accessible and it's super organized. Let's start from right to left, and the first thing is going to be my Big Idea Designs bit driver. This thing is really nice because just in case I need a flathead, Phillips head, or a T8, this can just come along with me. And there's a bunch of different ways you can attach the driver. So you can do it like this if you want it T-shaped, or if you just want to store some bits, it's absolutely perfect. Next up is going to be my Prybar, and this is yet another collab piece with Glow Rhino, but this time it's with Vero Engineering and their full-size fulcrum. It has a built-in tritium inlay and as well as a bit driver, and I just really enjoy full-size Prybars because you can really bear down on whatever it is that you're prying. After that is going to be my pen choice, and this is the Tactile Turn ZIRCONIUM full-size bolt action pen. As you guys know, I absolutely love tactile turn pens, and they're probably some of the best pens that you can get out there. And I actually got this in a trade with Balin. ZIRCONIUM is one of my most favorite materials of all time. This pen is just really fun to fidget with, and it pairs up with my notebook. All right, next up is a really special piece, and it's going to be none other than the brand new Tactile Turn Apollo. This is their first foray into flashlights, and man, have they knocked it out of the park. The Apollo is designed by none other than CWF, or Charles Wiggins flashlights. And if you guys know me, then you know that I love CWF flashlights. I have a Microclick Arcadian as well as a Peanut from CWF, and this is actually more of a budget variant. This thing is made of titanium. It comes with a 750 milliamp hour Nightcore rechargeable battery, and in terms of the machining, this feels just like any other custom CWF flashlight. It's got 3 different modes. So you have Moonlight, Standard, and then Turbo if you want to call it that. And it has my preferred switch, which is the tail switch, and you can just cycle through these with a half press. Having a flashlight on me just gives me so much more confidence, especially in the dark, over my iPhone lights. The Apollo is absolutely badass, and if you're looking for a premium flashlight, this is probably going to be my go-to recommendation nowadays. Okay, last thing in the sling bag, and that's going to be my Leatherman Arc. You guys have seen this before. It's got a bunch of different functions, a bit driver's built into it, Magna Cut blade steel. I use this thing primarily for the needle nose pliers, but if I ever need to use scissors or any of the other tools this thing offers, I can just pull this thing out and it'll do the job. I really like the saying, better have it and not need it than need it and not have it. And this multi-tool has come in on clutch so many times that I actually feel uncomfortable leaving the house without it. So that's everything I plan to carry in my sling bag, and I saved the best for last, and of course that's my primary EDC knife. This guy, the Tactile Knife Co. Archer. This is Tactile Knife Co.'s most premium knife. They're calling it a hyper knife, and it's designed by my buddy TJ Schwartz. If you guys didn't know, he designed the Koenig Arius as well as the Overland fixed blade, but yeah, this knife is just absolutely gorgeous. It's sporting a Magna Cut blade with this feathered milled out pattern on the titanium frame. On top of that, it's ridiculously smooth, and it's running on multi-row bearings, which means that this thing is going to stay smooth. It's going to be really robust. There's no blade play, and I just really like the overall shape ergonomics of this knife. And if you're in the market for a USA made knife in the upper echelon, this guy right here, the Archer, is definitely a piece I can recommend to you. But there you guys have it, what I plan to carry in the month of April. I really want to hear what you plan to carry, so let me know in the comment section below. And I mentioned this in the last video, I'm launching these patches really soon, so make sure that you're following me on Instagram, every.day.minimalist. Thank you guys so much for dropping by today, and I guess we'll have to catch you on the next one. Peace out.